So in posture and daily handling 1, I talked about how to halter a horse who needed to lower their head and curve towards you. But one of my students asked me, what do I do when I halter a horse like this, who is mugging me basically? And when you put the halter on them, they won't get off of you. So as in all things, we have a right side, a left side, a top, and a bottom, and we want to teach the horse the parameters. But in this case, this horse is too close on the left side of the parameter. In other words, the closest to me. So when I go to halter them, I'm actually going to not want him to keep his head quite as close to me, but my right hand and my left hand can act as parameters. And so I'll put the tail of the halter around the top first, and then with my right hand here and my left hand here, I can actually make just a little bit of a boundary, and I'm right on the corner of his cheek here. I'm not digging in, but it's just resting, so that if he goes to swing his head toward me, I can block it a little bit, and then I can keep his nose a little bit more parallel to me. So if he tries to swing his head toward me like he's doing now, he'll just run into my hand a little bit. So I have a little bit of a parameter here. His head is a little bit straighter than another horse might be. And then when I go to put the noseband on, because he's more likely to take that into his mouth and start to chew it, I want to make sure the noseband is well open and I work quickly and efficiently. So what I don't want to do is present this big wad of mess underneath his lips to tempt him to take it into his mouth. So I'm going to start on the right side and work it up quickly. And then I try to keep all these ropes away from his lips. So you can see that it would be easy for him to take that into his mouth. And then as I go to tie this up, my left hand here, my palm, just acts as a little bit of a barrier. So not only is this keeping me safe and keeping him from mugging me, but it's also keeping him a little bit more calm. Because horses that are constantly swinging their head and their neck around tend to become a little bit more anxious and a little bit more up. And it's kind of similar to like a Labrador when they get really frantic and really excited. The more excited they get, the more excited they get. And then they can't be calm. So I don't want to be antagonistic or confrontational with this kind of horse, but I want to keep us both safe. And so what I want to do again is teach him the halter just like you would your legs and your body. Is there's a right side, a left side, your right leg, your left leg, a top and a bottom. And I want us to be parallel to each other without him swinging his body toward me. And you can see the positioning that he tends to carry is over the left shoulder toward me. So horses that perpetually crowd are going to fall on their shoulder more, and he's going to be more frustrated, more crooked, and more unstable. So helping him halter a little bit more clearly will help him be straighter and calmer too. And this type of horse can get very agitated very quickly. And so helping him when I halter to be straight and a little bit more parallel to me just requires a little bit more forethought on my side, and just requires me to be calm and stable first to show him how to find that. Because it's really easy to get sucked into constant correction. And he swings his face toward me and then I smack him away. He swings his face toward me and I smack him away. And what we end up playing is like a little bit of a bitey face gelding game. And he can get maybe more frustrated or more excited, and then neither one of us get what we want out of the situation. So what I want to help him feel is how to be calm and straight. So I just think about him and those parameters. So I don't want him too far ahead of me because he'll swing around and bring his head. I don't want him off to the right. I just want him right here, straight and to the left, to the right of me, sorry, straight, so that he doesn't swing past this line. So if he does, I'll just not go after his face. I'll just keep my imaginary line here. So he keeps his face over there to himself. And then when we're ready to walk off, he's likely to swing to the left toward me. And so what I'm going to do is straighten his head first, and then we walk off straight together.